වගුතුම් ගෙනස්තේ ඉවෙන්ට
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يوم تقلب وجوههم في النار يقولون يا ليتنا أطعنا الله وأطعنا الرسولا وقالوا ربنا إنا أطعنا سادتنا وكبراءنا فأضلونا السبيلا ربنا آتهم ضعفين من العذاب والعنهم لعنا كبيرا يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تكونوا كالذين آذوا موسى فبرأه الله مما قالوا وكان عند الله وجيها يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها وأشفقن منها وحملها الإنسان إنه كان ظلوما جهولا ليعذب الله المنافقين والمنافقات والمشركين والمشركات ويتوب الله على المؤمنين والمؤمنات وكان الله غفورا رحيما صدق الله العظيم
ಬಿಸ್ಮಿಲ್ಲಾಹಿರ್ರಹ್ಮಾನಿರ್ರಹೀಮ್. ದಿವೆರಾಜೆಗ ಇಜ್ಜತೆ ರೈಸುಲ್ ಜುಮ್ಹೂರಿಯಾಗೆ ಅಂಬಿಕವಲುಂ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಸಾಜಿದಾ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್, ಸಿಹತಾ ಬೆಹೆ ವಜೀರ್ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ಲಾ ನಾಜಿಮ್ ಇಬ್ರಾಹಿಂ, ದುನೆಗೆ ಸಿಹ ಜಮಿಯಾನ್ ವಗುತಿಗೊತುನ್ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಕಂಡಾಳುವ ಫವ ಮಂದೂಬ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಪೇಡನ್, ಯುನಿಸೆಫುನ್ ದಿವೆಹಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಕಂಡಾಳುವ ಫವ ಮಂದೂಬ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಡ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಡಾಯ್, ಸಿಹಿ ವುಜಾರಾಗೆ ಇಸ್ವೆರಿಂಗ್ ದೌಲತ್ಗೆ ವುಜಾರಾ ತಕುನ್ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾತ ವಡಾಂತೆ ಬೆವಿ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಹಾಯಿಜೆತೆರಿ. ಅಸ್ಸಲಾಮು ಅಲೈಕುಂ ವರಹಮತುಲ್ಲಾಹಿ ವಬರಕಾತ್. ಕುರಿಯಂಗ್ ವೈಫಾ ಸಾಹರ್ಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಇಫ್ತಿತಾಹ್ ಕುರ್ಮ ಬೇವೆ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾತ ವಡಾಂತೆ ಬೆವಿ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಹಾ ಬೇಫುಳಿನ ಮರ್ಹಬಾದಣ್ಣವ. 2022 2023 ಸಾಲಿನ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತಗೆ ಇನ್ಸಾನಾಗೆ ದುಳಹಕಮ ಇಜ್ತಿಮಾಯಿ ಎಬ್ಬಾವಂತಕಮ ಗೌಮ್ಗೆ ಕುರಿಯರುಮ್ಗೆ ಎಂಗ್ ಅಸಾಸ್ ಫಾಯಿತುವೆದೆ ಅಹರ್ತಕ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತಂ ಹೇಲುನ್ ತೆರಿಕಂ ಇತುರು ಕುರ್ಮ ಹಿದ್ಮತ್ತ ಫುಳಾ ಕುರ್ಮ್ಗ ಮಾನಹುರಿ ಕುರಿಯರುಂತಕೆ ಲಿಪ್ಫಾವಾಕಂ ಫಾಹಗ ಕುರಂ ಎಗೊತೊಂ ಮಿರೇಮಿ ಇಫ್ತಿದಾಹ ಕುರೆವೆ ಕುರಿಯಂಗೆ ಫಸ್ ಅಹರುಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅಕಿ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತ್ಗೆ ಹಿದ್ಮತ್ತಂ ಹರಿದನಾ ಕುರ್ಮ ಫರ್ವಾಗೆ ಕಂಕಂ ಫುಳಾ ಕುರ್ಮ್ಗೆ ಇತುರುಂ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ದುಳಹಕಂ ಕುರಿಯರುಮಾಯಕು ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತ್ಗೆ ನಿಜಾಮ್ ಇತುರಂ ಹರಿದನಾ ಕುರ್ಮ ಕುರೆವೆ ಮಕ್ಸದ್ಗ ಇಫ್ತಿತಾಹ ಕುರೆವೆ ಪ್ಲಾನೆ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾತ್ ಫೆಶುಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಂ ಗುರಾನ್ ಕೆವಾ ವಿದಾಳು ದೆವಿ ಅಲ್ಗಾರಿ ಮುಹಮ್ಮದ್ ರಿಯಾಜ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ के फरातंग अलगंड आयशत फर्जाना रस्मियात कुरिया दाने को दंडवालाना First on the agenda, I would like to request the WHO acting country representative to the Maldives, Ms. Payden, to share her remarks. WHO acting country representative to the Maldives, Ms. Payden.
First Lady of Maldives, Her Excellency Sajida Mohammed, Minister of Health, His Excellency Abdullah Nazim Ibrahim, Honorable State and Deputy Ministers of Health, representatives from the National Mental Health Department, UNICEF representative Dr. Edward, Australian High Commissioner, my colleagues from WHO, a very good evening to you all. It's an honor for me to speak at this August gathering about an issue that lies at the heart of our collective well-being, mental health. Today marks a significant milestone for the Maldives with the launch of the National Mental Health Strategic Action Plan 2025 to 2029. We extend our congratulations to excellencies from the Ministry of Health and Government of Maldives. This plan is not merely a policy document, it is a testament to the government and the Ministry of Health's unwavering commitment to make mental health a national priority. Developed through a robust and inclusive process, this plan brings together the voices of those with lived experience, families, healthcare professionals, community leaders, and various organizations. The action plan outlines a comprehensive strategy from promoting mental well-being and preventing mental health conditions to ensuring access to quality care, combating stigma, and building a stronger mental health workforce. It also emphasizes the critical importance of integrating mental health into primary health care and other sectors, recognizing that mental health is a societal issue that touches every aspect of our lives. It is noteworthy to share a milestone achieved by the National Mental Health Department, the first anniversary of the National Mental Health Helpline. Over the past year, this essential service has undoubtedly saved lives and provided critical support to people in need. In this transformative journey, WHO is proud to stand alongside the Government of Maldives and partners. We are committed to supporting the implementation of this strategic action plan. We extend our deep gratitude to the First Lady and the Minister of Health for their leadership and commitment in advancing mental health initiatives in the country. As we look ahead and plan for the future, it is crucial that implementation is sustained and supported. By encouraging collaboration, investing in capacity building, and making mental health a priority in the public health agenda, we can establish a future where everyone has access to quality mental health care in the Maldives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, WR. Next, I would like to invite the UNICEF representative to the Maldives, Dr. Edward Adai, to deliver his remarks. UNICEF representative to the Maldives, Dr. Edward Adai.
I would find my remarks. Sometimes they get lost. Your Excellency, Madam Sajida Mohammed, the First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, thank you very much for coming. Honorable Abdullah Nazim Ibrahim, I know why His Excellency is laughing. you don't make the same mistake twice. Thank you for your leadership. My colleagues from WHO, Your Excellencies, I always call them my sisters and brothers. I'm very much at home in the Ministry of Health, so allow me to address them as my brothers and sisters who are driving the health agenda of this country. Thank you for the leadership, but thank you for your partnership. And my colleague from the Australian Embassy, he's one of the champions of mental health in this country, and we thank you for your partnership and the team, and through you to the team. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Kihine? I can't hear you. Kihine? Rangalo, it's very important that we are all well. And if, Your Excellency, we want you to be well, it's very important to us. For me, joining my colleague from WHO today to launch the mental health strategic plan is a real honor. And for me, it's also a pivotal moment in our journey towards mental health in the Maldives. Over the past years, Your Excellency, a lot has happened under the leadership of the Ministry of Health and the Department of Mental Health, and definitely our colleagues from the mental health departments as well. I want to tell you with a lot of pride that I'm a secret client to the mental health line 1677. And each time I have called, through you, Honorable Minister, your team is excellent. They respond, they are patient, and they are professional. I want to invite all of us, I don't know them, but I want to invite us to give them a big round of applause. These are the unsung heroes and heroines behind the work that we do. I'm proud to say Mental Health Line 1677 hasn't failed me. They are good people there. So thank you, and I know you are doing something to make it functional. Your Excellency, we've also been working with the ministry on the draft mental health bill. We hope you will help us to get it out as we get out the strategic plan. Last year, we also established the Collective Impact Platform that brought a lot of us together to think about mental health and to help drive the agenda. The mental health department, I think she's Shahu as well, isn't she? The head of the mental health department is our friend. And she's very, very passionate. Where is she? I saw her here. I want to thank her personally for her leadership and for the work that she continues to do. Mr. Minister, she makes you very proud. Thank you very much, Shahu. They are all my sisters, so allow me to acknowledge them. But the National Center for Mental Health, Your Excellency, the First Lady, they are doing a lot of work. They are helping drive the agenda, and they are always present in the dialogue, helping us keep mental health on the back burner. Through you, I want to thank them as well for the work they are doing. I know they have long queues at the moment, but they are looking for innovative approaches to dealing with it. We have been working with the Australian Embassy also in Kuldufushi, trying to bring children, young people, to the forefront of the fight of against mental health. And indeed, that's one of the things that I hope we can continue to push and advance and make it systemic. So thank you very much for the work you are doing on the ground and at the macro level. Because it's easy to act at the macro level and things don't happen on the ground. I can tell you, Excellency, this team is trying hard. And I hope through you to His Excellency the President, they would be acknowledged. The Kihine campaign is also running. It's a communication campaign that is aiming at reducing the stigma associated with mental health. The Ministry of Education is also striving very hard to advance the Helping Adolescents Thrive agenda. If our adolescents don't thrive, our country will not move forward. So through you, I want to thank the Minister of Education as well. But today, we are bringing all the pieces together by taking another critical step forward. And this step is the launch of the National Mental Health Strategic Action Plan, which the Ministry of Health has been leading. We are doing this because mental health is one of the defining challenges of our time. In the past, when people hear mental health, they think of something very, very different. Today, it's with us. Today, we have a good understanding of mental health. The reality, Your Excellency, is that mental health, as you heard from my colleague from WHO, touches every part of our society. From children, to young people, to families, to schools, to communities, and to workplaces. Yet, for far too long, it has remained a silent struggle, hidden behind closed doors, and unfortunately weighed down by stigma and misunderstanding. Thankfully, today we understand it and we know what to do. The reality is that mental health issues don't just appear overnight. They often start small with subtle signs of stress, anxiety, and emotional strain. If ignored, these stress build up over time, becoming more complex and more difficult to manage, both at home and within health facilities. Like a tiny crack in a foundation, what begins as a manageable stress can deepen into something far, far, far more serious. Today, many young people in Maldives and elsewhere are crying for mental health support. Their cries manifest as anxiety in classrooms and sometimes with their exams, concerns with their bodies and with their relationships. Unfortunately, by taking drugs and sometimes through self-harm and suicidal tendencies. We need to hear these cries. The children are crying, your people are crying, and we see it manifest in different ways. But we need to do more than hearing. We need to respond to their cries. And that's why early action is key. Your Excellency, the First Lady, to truly make a difference to these young people, to truly respond to them in the context of our strategic action plan, please help us accelerate actions in at least 5 areas. The first is to build resilience and coping skills among our young people. This can happen through social and emotional learning from early childhood, and also through integrating mental health into schools and into the school curriculum. The stresses are many and they will not go away. we need to build resilience and coping skills. Second, I suggest we promote mental health screening, early detection, and psychological first aid so that the warning signs are caught early and the stress does not turn into crisis. Third, we need to expand the mental health services. And there are innovative approaches to expanding mental health services. But we need to also do something about counselors in the Ministry of Health and in schools. I spoke to one counselor, and what she told me, a school counselor, and what she told me is that the teachers got better pay and they did not. I don't have the facts, but we need to look after our counselors in schools and in our health facilities. We need more psychiatrists and psychologists, and we need to accelerate the expansion of our mental health professionals and our facilities. Fourth, we need to look after the hens that are laying our golden eggs, the National Center for Mental Health. Please, let's look after them, let's nurture them. We lose them, we lose an important part of our system. But more importantly, we need to work with them to reduce the waiting times. A lot of your people are leaving the islands to come here for mental health services. The queues are long. And lastly, we need to continue with our advocacy and communication in our efforts to break the stigma and drive more investments in mental health. Your Excellency, we also need your help to ensure that this mental health strategic plan that you will be launching today, Your Excellency, is more than just a document. And indeed that, under your leadership, it galvanizes us into action, serves as a roadmap, and reinforces our collective commitment to transforming mental health in the Maldives. Under your leadership, we would like to reinforce a simple but powerful message across the whole country and beyond, that there can be no health and well-being without mental health. With your permission, I want to repeat that. There can be no health and well-being without mental health. I want to begin to bring my remarks to a conclusion by expressing my deepest gratitude through the Minister of Health to your entire staff of the Ministry of Health and through the government of Maldives for paying attention to this important issue. And indeed, for supporting Shahu and her team in leading this effort, bringing us together, and for making, through you, Your Excellency, mental health a priority. You would not be here if it was not a priority. We are really encouraged by your presence. And indeed, we are lucky to have you here to launch the strategic plan. I believe we are at an important and critical stage in our fight against the growing prevalence of mental ill health in the Maldives, a stage in which we are lucky to have the leadership, we are lucky to have the teams, we are lucky to have the commitment, and more importantly, we are lucky to have the momentum to create lasting change in the country. I'd like to conclude once again with a poem, a short poem on the incremental and cumulative impact of stress. And this is how it goes. With each stress, the body keeps a score, and the past leaves a mark. But learning to feel, to name, and to grow builds strength from within. And through the lessons that we share, resilience rises with love and with care. Through kindness, through skills, through service, and through lessons, we become better. But with each step we take forward, we rewrite the story of mental health, and we soften the pain of mental health. Imen, Ekiga, Duha, Hiyo, Oga, then Mustaga, Balaka. Together, I believe we can build a healthier, more compassionate Maldives. UNICEF commits to accompany you on this journey. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Edward. We recognize and appreciate the efforts of WHO and UNICEF in addressing mental health and psychological support across all areas, and we assure you that we are committed to working with you as a key partner. Agenda ga kuriya deng oti National Mental Health Strategic Action Plan iftitah kurung. National Mental Health Strategic Plan iftitah ko devuma divehi rajyage izzateri raisul jumhuriyage ambika balung Madam Sajida Mohammed garihum warang adabur kamayak edi dannawang. शुक्रिया फर्स्ट लेडी आद रस्मियात का दिन वाहक फुर्दा कवानी सिहत अबे वजीर अब्दुल्ला नाजिम इब्राहिम सिहत अबे वजीर अब्दुल्ला नाजिम इब्राहिम
बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला रसूलिल्लाह राज्य Izzateri Raisul Jumhuriyage Lubwati Ambikambadung, Madam Sajida Mohammed, WHO representative to the Maldives, UNICEF representative to the Maldives, Australian High Commissioner, Haziru Vedanti Bevi Emha Befulung, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ade Mire Algon Libe Emme Bodu, Hingamachumaki, not Ufalaki, Mi Muhimmo. Action plan iftah ko dev mataka sarkaruge mati levelum algonmenna libifawa ahamiyat sabit ko dev mataka warabburakon uluvum ves first lady bikan ko dev mataka algonmenge dawat gabul krava wada ende devum ei algonmenna libe warabbodu hinhamajehume warabbodu ufale warabbodu sharafe adi mikama deve samalukan sarkaruge femwaruga war rangalan hama wegen dakame umayku war ikhlasrikamaku Ministry of Health mikam goluwa huriya befun ganamuga madam war classrika mak shukur dannawa mige dehafta kuri mimahuge kuri ko algon huri Geneva ga WHO ge executive board meeting ek e meeting ga ಎಜೆಂಡಾ ಕುರೆವುನು ಕಂತತ್ತ ಹೋಗಿ ತೆರೆಗ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ವಕಿಂಗ್ ಖಾಸಕೊ ವಕಿ ಎಜೆಂಡಾ ಖಾಸ ಕುರವ್ವಾಗೆ ವರ ಫುಳಾ ದಾಯರಾಗ ಮಶವರಾ ಕುರೆವುನಿರು ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡು ಎರಡು ಹಂಗಿನಿ ದುನಿಯೆಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಗಿನ ಕೌಮತಕಕು ಎಕ್ಕಮೆಗ್ಗ ಮಿಹಾರು ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬುಡ ಕಂಬಡುವ ಎಕ್ಕಮೆಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಗ ಮಿಕಂ ಮಣಿ ಫಾಹ ಕುರೈಫು ದನ್ನೋ ಮಿಯುಳನಿ ದುನಿಯೆಗೆ ಮಿ ಕಂಬಡು ಒತೀಕಿ ವಕಿ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆಂಗೆ ನೂಂಕ ವರಗಿನ ಗೌಮತ ಹೋಗ ಮಿಕಮಂ ಹುರಿ ಗೊಂಜೆ ಹುಂತಕ ಮಿಕಮಂ ಅರಾಗತ ಮಟ್ಟಕ ಕುರಂ ಹುರಿ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆತ್ತ ಹೋಗ ವಾಹಕ ವರ ಫುಳಾ ದಾಯಿರಾಗ ದಕ್ಕ ಮುಂದಾಕ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆಂಗ್ ಕುರಂ ಹುರಿ ಕಂತತ್ತ ವರಗಿನ ಎಗೊತ್ತುಂ ಮಿಯದು ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆಂಗ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮಿ ಇಫ್ತಾ ಕೊದ್ದೆವಿ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಜಿಗೆ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಮಿಕಮುಗ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆಂಗ್ ಕುರಂ ಹುರಿ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆತ್ತ ವರ ರೀತಿಕೊ ಕಳಾ ಹುದುಂ ದಿಯವಿ ಎ ಮಗುಂ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆಣ್ಣ ಕಂತತ್ತ ಇರಾದ್ ಕುರವಿಯ ತಂಫೀಸ್ ಕುರವಿ ಜನಮ ಮಿಯದು ಇಂಗ್ ಹಾಲತವ್ರೆ ಮಾ ರಂಗಳು ಹಾಲತಕ ಇರಾದ್ ಕುರವಿಯ ಮಿಕಮುಗ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆಣ್ಣ ದೇವೇನ ಕಮಗೆ ಫೆಹಿ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆಣ್ಣದ್ದೇ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ WHO ಇಂಗ್ ಅಬೂಲ್ ಕುರನಿ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ ಕುರಿ ಮಿದೆನ್ನವಿ ಹೆ ಮಿಕಮುಗೆ ಮುಹಿಮ್ಮು ಕಮು ಮಿಕಮುಗೆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಕಮು ಮಿಕಮ ಮುಳಿ ದುನಿಯೆ ಸಮಾಲು ವೆಫಾವ ಮಿಂಬರು ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ನಿಜಾಮೆ ಫುರಿಹಮೆ ನುವೆಯೇ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಏಗೆ ತೆರೆಗ ರಂಗಳ ಫುರಿಹಮೆ ಶಾಮಿಲ್ ನುಮಾ ಗೊತಕ ಉಮಾಯಕು ಮೇದುಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರು ರೈಸ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಮುಯಿಜ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸಿಯಾಸತುಗ ಮಿಕಮ ವರಬೋಡು ಇಸ್ಕಮೆ ದೆವ್ವಾಫವೆ ರೈಸ್ಗೆ ವಾಹಕ ಫುಳುಗ ದಾದಿ ಹೆಕದ್ದು ಕೌಮಾ ಮುಖಾತಬ್ ಕುರವ್ವ ರೈತ ಮಜ್ಲಿಸ್ಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಹಕ ಫುಳುಗ ವೆಸ್ ಮಿಕಮ ಇಶಾರ ಕುರವ್ವ ಮಿಕಮ ಎಮನಿಕ್ ಫಾಣು ಕುರವ್ವನ್ ರಾವಫಾವ ಕಂತತಕ ಎಮನಿಕ್ ಫಾಣ್ಗೆ ಸಿಯಾಸತುಗ ಮಿಕಮ ದೇಫಾವ ಸಮಾಲ್ಕಂ ವರರಂಗಳಂಗೆ ಹಾಮ ಕೊದ್ದೆವಿ ಮೀಗೆ ರಂಜು ಕೊದ್ದೆನಿ ದೇಹ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಿ ನಿಜಾಮ್ ಇರಾದ್ ಕುರವಿಯ ಬಟ್ಟವಿಗೆನ್ ದಾಣಿ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಏಗ ಫುರಿಹಮಯಂಗೆ ಹಿಮೆನೆ ಗೊತ್ತ ಮಿದಿನ್ನವಿ ಮಿಯದು ಇಫ್ತಾಹ ಕುರವನ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಗ ಹುರಿ ಮಸಕ್ಕೈತ ತಂಫೀಸ್ ಕುರವ ಮುಂದಾಣೆ ಗೊತ್ತ ಮಿಕಮುಗ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆಣ್ಣ ಕಾಮಿಯಾ ಬಿತ್ತಕೆ ಬಲಿಬೆ ದಾದಿ ಹೆಕದ್ದು ಮೀಗೆ ತಿಂದೋಸ್ ಕುರಿಂಗ್ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆನ್ ಫಾಹ ಕುರಿ ದೇಹ ರಾಜ್ಯಗ ಫರತಮ ಮಿಗೊತ್ತ ಕಾಯಂ ಕುರವನು ಸವ್ವಿಸ್ ಕಡೆರು ಹಿದ್ಮದ್ದೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ನ ಎಂಗ್ ಹಾರು ಫುರುನು ದುವಸ್ ವರಗಿನ ಎತಂಗ್ ಹಾಸ್ ದಿವೆ ರೈತುನ್ನೆ ಎ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಹಿದ್ಮೆ ಬನಿ ಹೋದ್ದವಾಫ ಯುನಿಸೆಫ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ದೆಮ್ಮೆ ಎ ಫಾಹ ಕುರವಿ ಎಕಮುಗ ಉಳುವ ಮೊಜಫ್ಗೆ ಬುರ ಮಸಕ್ಕತುಗೆ ವಾಹಕ ಅಲ್ಗೊಂಡು ಬೇಫ್ನುಗೆ ಎ ಮಸಕ್ಕತ ಅಸ್ಸರಿ ಬಹ ಸಾಬಸ್ತನ್ನವ ದಿವೆಹಿ ಮುಜ್ತಮಾವ್ಗೆ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ದೊಳಹೇವಕಂ ಕಶೋರ್ ಕುರ್ಮ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡು ಕುರಿನ್ ದೆನ್ನವಿ ಹೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರು ಮಿದನಿ ಗಿನಗುಣ ಮಸಕ್ಕತ್ತಕ್ಕೆ ಕುರಮು ಎಗೊತ್ತು ಮಿಯದಕಿ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡು ಕುರಿನ್ ದೆನ್ನೆ ಫದೈನ್ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತಾಯ್ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ದೊಳಹೇವಕಮ ಇಸ್ಕಂದಿನುಮ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡು ಮೆಂಗ್ ಕುರಮುಂದ ದತುರುಗ ಫಾಹ ಕೊಲ್ಲ ಬಿಂಗಲೆ ಎಳುಣು ದೋಹೆ ಮಿಯದು ಇಫ್ತಿತಾಹ ಕುರವಿಗೆ ಮಿದ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ದೇಹಾಸ್ ಫನ್ಸವಿ ಹುನ್ ದೇಹಾಸ್ ನವಾವಿಹ ಮಿ ತಮ್ಸೀರ್ ಕುರಣಿ ದುಳಹೇವಕಮ್ಗೆ ಮುಹಿಮ್ಮು ಬೈಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಗ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತು ಕುರಿಯರುಮ್ಗೆ ಮುಹಿಮ್ಮು ಕಂ ಮಿಗತುಂ ಕೌಮುಗೆ ಸಿಯಾಸತ್ತ ಕಷ ಅದಿ ಬೈನಲ್ ಅಕ್ವಾಮಿ ಉಸೂಲ್ ತಕ ಎಗ್ವೆವ್ವಾ ಗೊತ್ತುಗೆ ಮತಿಂ ಅದಿ ಮಿಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ ಕುರೆಮುಂದ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆತ್ತ ಹೋಗೆ ಮಚ್ಚ ಬಿನಾಕೋ ಹೆದಿಫಾವ ಮಿ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಗ ಕೌಮುಗೆ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತುಗೆ ಬೇನುಂತಕಂ ಅನ್ನ ಬದಲ್ತಕ ರಿಯಾಯಕೊಂ ಹಲ್ಲು ಹೋದ್ಮ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ತಕೆ ವಣಿ ಖಂಡ ಎಳಿಫ ಇದನ್ನವಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ಲೇನಕಿ ಕುರಿಯಂ ವೆ ಫಸ್ಸಹರ ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತುಗೆ ನಿಜಾಮ್ಗೆ ಮಿಸ್ರಾಬತ ಖಂಡಾಳಾದೇನ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹಿ ಖಿದ್ಮತ್ತ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್ ಗುಳುವ ಆಬಾದಿಗೆ ಹುರಿಯಾ ಎಮ್ಮೆನ್ನ ಬೆಸ್ ಮಿ ಖಿದ್ಮೆ ಲಿಬೇನೆ ಗೊಯ್ ಕಶವರ್ ಕುರುಮ್ಗೆ ಮುಹಿಮಕಮಕಿ ಮಿ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗಡು ಎಂಗ್ ಅಸಾಸ್ ಮಿ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಗ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತುಗೆ ಸಿಯಾಸತ್ತಕ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ ತಂಗೆ ಕುಲವಾದಮ ಸಿಹಿ ಖಿದ್ಮೆತ್ತರಿಂಗೆ ಕಾಬಿಲುಕಂ ಇತುರು ಕುರುಮ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತುಗೆ ಮಸಲತಕ ಗುಳಿಗೆಂ ಹುಣ್ಣ ತಫಾತ್ ಕುರುಂತ ಕುಡಕುರುಂ ಹಿಮಿನಿಫಾವಾಣೆ ಎಗತುಂ ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಆಬಾದಿಯ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತುಗೆ ಜರೂರಿ ಖಿದ್ಮೆತ್ತ ಫೋರ್ ಕೊದ್ದಿನು ಅವಸ್ಕುರುಮ ಇಸ್ಕಂದೆ ಫಿಯವಳತ ಬಯಾನ್ ಕುಫಾವಾಣೆ ಮಿಗತುಂ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಬಲಿ ದುರಾಲ ದಿನಗತುಮ ಬಲಿಗೆ ಕುರಿಕೊಳಗ ಫರುವ ದೇವೇನೆ ನಿಜಾಮೆ ಕಾಯಂ ಕುರುಮ ಎಕು ಮುಜ್ತಮಾ ವಿಲುಂತರಿ ಕುರುಮಾಯ್ಕು ಇತುರು ಕುರುಮ ವಿಲುಂತರಿಕಂ ಇತುರು ಕುರುಮಾ ಗುಳೇಗತುಂ ಮಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಗ ಬಲಾದ ಇಫವಾಣೆ ನೋತ ಇಸ್ಕಂದೆ ಇಫವಾಣೆ ಕುಡವೆ ಶಕ್ಕೆಂಡೈ ಫೆಂವರ್ ರಂಗಳು ಸಿಹಿ ನಿಜಾಮೆ ಸಿಹಿ ಖಿದ್ಮತ್ತ ಲಿಬಿದೇನ ಇಂತಿಜಾಮು ಹಮಜಸ್ಮ ಸಿಹಿ ವಜಾರಾಯಿನ್ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡು ಮಿದನಿ ಬೊಡು ಮಸಕ್ಕೆತ್ತಗೆ ಕುರಮು ಮಿಕಮುಗ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಮುಹಿಮ್ಮ ಕಮಕಿ ಇಖ್ಲಾಸ್ ತೆರಿಕಂ ಇಸ್ಕುರುಮ ಮಿಕಮುಗ ಫರ್ವಾ ತೆರಿಕಂ ಬೆಹೆಟ್ಟುಮ ಅದಿ ಎದ್ದು ಹೊಂ ಅಣೆದ್ದುಹ ಕುರಿಯರ ದಾಣೆ ಮಗಕುಂ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆತ ತರ್ತೀಬ್ ಕುರೈಫಾ ಹುರು ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತ್ಗೆ ದಾಯರಾಗ ಇನ್ಸಾನಿ ವಸೀಲೆತ್ತಕ ಉಮ್ರಾನಿ ವಸೀಲೆತ್ತ ಮದುವುಂ ಫದ ಗೊಂಜೆಹುಂತ ಹುರಿನಮವೆಸ್ mi gonje huntahaki mikamun aragatuman algonmen fahatan balalane balalame kamga nudeki mi gonje huntakun ibrahim hasil ko kuri gendiyumaki meduge sarukaruge siyasatu algonmege amazaki evves farudaku baki noko adi tafatu noko jismani adi nafsani dolheukan kashawru kurumuge masakkai barak kuriya gendiyu khidmat dinuma miharu dimawa gonje huntakun aragatuman algon kurin denne vihen savviskadiruge khidmat for kodde nafsani sihatuge qawmi helpline ge khidmat bani qaim koravi en harduas kadattu kuraifa kuriya reifa wa kankam ge terega raisul jumhuriya ge riyasi bayanu ga fah kurai fadain mental health an khas markaze qaim kurun tawal kuraifa ve avatte sarkar india sarkar ge hitir kamaayko mi markaza bina kuru mattaka kuranche masaketta miharu dani tayyari tadani wamu adhiyamayako atol terega mi khidmat fula kuru mattaka ves kantatake revi kuriya gendevena wahaka dannawa nafsani balitaki digu muddataka demigen hingadane adi efada balita ka bodu hede kurenje hidan fada balitakamu mifada balitan hunna faraitaka kurimatiwa gonje huntoge sawbun aammu diriulu masha adi amilla fudun terikama bodti gonje huntake kurimatlanje adi qawmuge ufadun terikama sha efaraitahuge ailataka nedeve asaru kurakami algon men emmen dannakame nafsani sihata invest kurmaki qawmuge ufadun terikama midenne sabartaka invest kurun mikaman qawmuge iksod mikaman invest kurum sabun qawmuge iksodan ege manfa intihaya qur'an adi qawmuge ufedun terkan itur kurmattaka taraqi kurambi muhimmu ed daira ekismi algonge wahaka nimmalum kurin algon warabboda waran I would like to extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to WHO, UNICEF and Australian Embassy for their support coming to reach to this level, producing this document and all other supports that you have been providing to health sector of the Maldives. Thank you very much. Wahaka nimmadun kurin sahi daira kankan kuriyaru mattaka meduge sarkaru khasako raisul jumhuriya ham gawayadun kankan ballawa guluwa devwa hivvara devwa lafafla devwa resourcettaka algon warak ikhlas rekama shukur dannawa rais dr muhammad muizuge sahi siyasatu battan kurefawani washaje nizamege terega beswarwa koddinuma bes baliumuge kurin balin rakkatirbe tibuma adi mental health fada qawmi bodati masalatakan egen faada kurwani nizamege terega algon menge sihi nizamege huri nizami kantattaka hew badal genoma kiwes miyadge sarkaruge wana muhim siyasate algon menge emmen danna emme bod haqiqataki abodu base kokkoggen algon menna mikamga kamyab liben nekka algon menge nizamuge huri loopholes taka address kurevige menuwi algon men da menuwa sihi nizam algon men hoda nuganeveneka asanda nizam reform kuruma miharu base farwa dinumuga algon men engule nizam hardana kuruma adi hamayako balitakun rakkatirve tiumattaka muli mujtama helun teri kuruma ekan emagun gendiu mattaka qanuni onigadu hardana kuruma alanje fiolten eluma mi huriha kame washaje nizamege teren la mehigen nuni algon menna algon men beenumwa sihi duleheo mujtabe qaim nukurwen kan ei kodbe shakke vikamennu rais dr muhammad muizuge siyasata battan kuraifa hori mimerumu mimagun irad kurevia algon men mi misrabuga kuriyak gos adavre ma ufairi madamai irad kurevia dekena algon men emmen gulige mikura masakatu mikamga algon men kamiyabi teken hasil qurana wahaka nimmalum kurin mikamga ehiterwedwa health professionals sihi dairaga masay kurabwa huriha befunna doctorunna naruhunna health allied health professionals mi huriha befunna algon waran ikhlasrika ma shukru dannama adi khasakun hama warabbrakum masay kurabwa mi dohuge munasabatuge gotum mental helpline mental national mental health department ge huriha mawzafun kurabwa abra masakata war ikhlasrika ma shukru dannama adi wasafar madam mi hafla sharafari ko devma wadayen devi kamattaka war ikhlasrika ma shukru dannama huriha befunna war bajari rekan edemo media wakivelana assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
शुक्रिया मिनिस्टर नाजिम मी रस्मियात शरफेर कोदवा नेशनल मेंटल हेल्थ स्ट्रेटेजिक एक्शन प्लान इफ्तिताह कोदवे का मट्टका दिवे राज्य के इज्जतेरी रईसुल जमहूरिया के अंबिका मलुम मैडम साजिदा मोहम्मद वरंग इखलास तरीका माक शुक्र दरनवा दुनिया के सेहत जामिया अदि यूनिसेफुं नफ्सानी सेहत के कांकां कुरियर मट्टका वेदवा गिनगुण ही तरीका मा एबाडलुं फाहागको हास शुक्र दरनवा ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತ್ ಕುರಿಯರುಮಂ ಅಮಾಸ್ಕೊ ತಯಾರು ಕುರವನು ನೇಷನಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಎಕುಲವಾಲುಂಗ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟುಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ಕಾ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊದ್ದೆವಿ ಟೀಮಶಾ ಅದಿ ಎಬ್ಬಾಡುಲುಂದೆವಿ ದೌಲತ್ಗೆ ಹುರಿಹಾ ಇದಾರಾತಕ ಮುಸ್ಸಸಾತಕ ಅದಿ ಎಹೆನೆಹೆ ಬೈನಲ್ ಅಗ್ವಾಮಿ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ ತಕ ಮದನಿ ಜಮಿಯಾ ಜಮಾಯತ್ತಕ ಶುಕುರ್ ದಣ್ಣವಂ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತ್ಗೆ ಕಂಕನ್ ರಾಜ್ಯಗ ಕುರಿಯರು ಮತ್ತಿಯ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೇಫುಳುಂ ಕೊದ್ದೆವ ಮಸಕ್ಕತ್ತಕ ವೆಸ್ ಮಿ ಫುರ್ಸತ್ಗ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಗ ಶುಕುರ್ ದಣ್ಣವಂ ವಶಾಜೆ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತೆಂ ಹೋದೇಣಿ ಎಮ್ಮೆಂ ಎಕುಗ ಗುಳಿಗೆ ಮಸಕೆ ಕೊಗ್ಗೆಂ ಮಿಫದ ಮಾಹೌಲೆ ಗಾಯಂ ಕುರ್ಮಂ ಅಳ್ಮೆಂ ಕೊಮ್ಮೆ ಮೀಹೆಗೆ ವೆಸ್ ದೌರೆಂ ಅದಿ ಜಿಮ್ಮಾಯ್ವೆ ಅಳ್ಮೆಂಗೆ ದುವಾಯಕಿ ದಿವೆಹಿ ರಾಜೆಗೆ ಮುಜ್ತಮೆಕಿ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಗೊತ್ತುನ್ ದುಳಹೆಯೋ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತೆಂ ಹೇಲುನ್ ತೆರಿವೆಟ್ಟೆ ಕಮ್ಗಾವೆಗೆಂದಿಯು ಮಿಕಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಯೋ ತೌಫೀಗಾ ಮದದ್ ಅಲ್ಲಾಹ್ ಸುಬ್ಹಾನಹು ವತಾಲಾ ಅಳ್ಮೆನ ಮಿಂಬರು ಕುರವು ಆಮೀನ್ ಮಿ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾತ್ಗಾ ಬ್ಯಾರ್ ವಡಾಗೆನ್ ದೆವ್ವೀತಿ ತಿಯ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಹಾ ಬೇಫುಳ್ನ ಶುಕುರ್ ದಣ್ಣವಂ ಮಿಹಿಸಾಬು ಮಿರೇಗೆ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾತ್ ನಿಮುನಿ ತೆ ಬೇಫುಳಂಗೆ ಶರಫ್ಗಾ ತಯ್ಯಾರು ಕುರೇಫಾವಾ ಫರಿಕೊಳೆ ಹೋಲ್ಗೆ ಬೇರುಗಾ ವಣಿ ತಯ್ಯಾರು ಕುರೇಫ ಬಾಜವೇರಿಯ ಗಂಡಕಂ ಎದೆನ್ ವಸ್ಸಲಾಮ್ ಅಲೈಕುಂ ವರಹ್ಮತುಲ್ಲಾಹಿ ವಬರ್ಕಾತ್